Hello Spirit Squad, this is Pixie from Pixie Moons. If you are new here, welcome. I make videos about astrology and Reiki videos as well as card readings. So if you like any or all of those things, by all means subscribe, join the Spirit Squad, and remember to ring the bell so you get notified, because I try to upload as much as I can for you guys. And if you are a returning member of the Spirit Squad, I see you. Thank you for being here once again, and welcome back. If you like this type of videos, give it a like, drop a comment. I love reading your comments, and share it if you're so inclined. This really helps with the YouTube algorithm to get the videos out there to the people they need to reach. And also we have a community on social media, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, and on Patreon. It's lit. Check out the links in the description box, and I hope to see you there soon. Today I'm bringing you Astro Week episode 14, the week running from the 27th of April until the 3rd of May. What's happening? Three main things. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, the last quarter moon in Aquarius, and Mercury in Gemini. Grab a cuppa if you need to. Cheers. And let's get into it. First thing we're going to talk about is Pluto retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. So that's happening on the 27th of April, and it's going to last up until the 6th of October. This is a long ass retrograde. I just want to throw it out there to prepare you. We haven't properly introduced Pluto yet. So Pluto is a dwarf planet beyond the orbit of Neptune, and it takes about 250 years to complete one revolution. Pluto used to be a planet, right? Didn't it? It used to be a planet, and then it's like a dwarf planet? Or am I thinking of something else? Anyway, some of you will have noticed that its name is actually the name of the Roman god of the underworld. So that's already kind of foreshadowing a lot of things. It is the ruler of Scorpio, as you probably know, and it deals with other people's money, death, and rebirth, as in a phoenix kind of a way, and also the dark night of the soul, ego, death. Despite its size and its distance from us, Pluto possesses a great power and intensity. It is one of the more infamous planets, along with Mercury, which we're going to talk about later on, and Saturn, because it asks us to look inward and to transform. Pluto has to do with transformation, a lot of transformations. Capricorn, for those of you who don't know, is the 10th sign of the zodiac. It is a cardinal earth sign ruled by Saturn. Its main points of focus are hard work, discipline, success, and karmic rewards. The flip side is that Capricorns can be very demanding, especially of themselves. It is hard for them to take a break. If you're a Capricorn, you already know. Drop a comment if you're a Capricorn. Yeah, drop your birthday. Something to watch out as well during this retrograde is an overactive mind. That is quite typical of Capricorns. They like to think a lot and delve into the depth of darkness, especially with Pluto ruling over obsessive thoughts. During this retrograde, we will be called to reflect on matters regarding structure and stability, career, and legacy. It will be the time to release anything that is blocking us from achieving our greatest potential and becoming the best next version of ourselves. So keep this in mind. As I said, it is going to be a long retrograde. Remember to be patient and kind towards yourself. The second thing we're going to talk about is Mercury in Gemini. That's going to happen on the 3rd of May, the same day as the last quarter moon. So Mercury is entering Gemini. I mean, we talked about Mercury in episode 2, but honestly, everybody knows about her. She needs no introduction. Gemini is the 3rd sign of the zodiac. It is a mutable air sign, the twins, right? It is one of the 2 signs ruled by Mercury, the other one being Virgo. So this should be a very comfortable position for Mercury to be in. Gemini is a fun, sharp, witty, curious sign. It wants to understand the world and to exchange and communicate. Gemini also governs the hands, so anything to do with Reiki, healing, massaging, painting, drawing, knitting, playing instruments. The list goes on. So what does it mean for us when Mercury is in Gemini? We will be feeling particularly sociable, communicative. We will want to share our ideas and study different topics, but not necessarily go in depth. Geminis can be superficial. No shade, I'm a Gem myself. It's that kind of a jack of all trade, master of none type of energy. So we will also be attracted to words in general, so puns. We are notorious for puns. Better watch out. Crosswords, poetry, novels. It will be the time to read up on our favorite subjects and exchange and communicate about those. The downside is that mutable air sign, we might feel scattered all over the place, have trouble focusing, as we like to multitask and jump from one thing to another, sometimes with no connection at all between the two. Random AF. Watch out as well for the potential distractions you might be creating for yourself. Of course, when we talk about Mercury, the next word that comes to mind is retrograde. Exactly. Don't worry about it just yet. Mercury will be stationed in Gemini for quite a few weeks before it goes retrograde. Also, in Gemini, all the retrogrades this year are happening in air signs, and the next one will happen at the end of September in the sign of Libra. So keep an eye out because we will be discussing those ones as well. Alright, the third and last thing we're going to talk about is the last quarter moon in the sign of Aquarius, happening on the 3rd of May. So we talked about the fixed air sign of Aquarius in episode 1. This sign is asking us to be authentically ourselves, to express ourselves, let our style shine, let our more extravagant side come out. So this is going to be the last quarter moon, or 3rd quarter moon, as it is called, and it looks like a backward capital D, basically. These last quarter moons are a good time to let things go, especially during this Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, which is asking us to do that anyway. So anything that doesn't serve our highest and greatest good and that of others, anything that is hindering our creativity and standing in the way of our self-expression. I would recommend journaling. I know I say it a lot. Writing down anything that comes to mind. It doesn't have to have a linear, a thread of thought, because it's not going to anyway. It doesn't have to go anywhere. Thoughts are random, as you know, but little by little a theme will emerge that will be personal to you. So that is what you will then follow. If something feels like it doesn't fit anymore, like it's too narrow, that's what you should focus on. Like we mentioned before, this last quarter moon is occurring when Mercury enters Gemini, which is another air sign, So it definitely, self-expression is going to be on the table. Acquiring more knowledge as well, whether it has to do with us and or with the world around us, true to Aquarius fashion. For those of you who do not enjoy writing, I get it. I'm offering the following alternatives for you: either recording your voice on your phone or make a private video to yourself. It might feel awkward to listen to your voice or to look at yourself, but what is important here is the message. It's also good to kind of like get over this uncomfortability and get closer to yourself. You could also just pull up a chair and sit in front of the mirror and have a chat with yourself. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, like open talk, anything you can think of doing for this phase of the moon is gonna be right for you because it's tailor-made by you. So go with your instinct, as I always say. Now, of course, I was not going to leave you like that. You already know. And we're going to do a mini pick a card because I love that. Think of a number 1, 2, or 3. And let's have a look at what this last quarter moon in Aquarius can do for you. What is it bringing you? What can you look forward to? Basically, what can you look forward to? So this is pile number 1. Let's have a look. Oh. Pile number 1. One card, please. There we go. Pile number 2. What do you have to look forward to for this last quarter moon in Aquarius? And we have 1 card. Just ask and you shall receive. And pile number 3. There we go. Okay. Pile number 1, you got the 8 of Wands. So communication is coming through very fast. So it's either you reaching out to somebody or somebody reaching out to you. But there is definitely a message that you need to hear, or you have a message for someone else that they need to hear for this last quarter moon. Something that you need to get off your chest, maybe to release and let go, so you can move on to the next phase. Pile number 2, you got the 7 of Wands. What is going on? So this is bringing you, I want to say, victory. You are overcome something that seemed hard at first. So this might be to do with work, is what I'm picking up on. Has to do with work. A work setting, perhaps competition. That's never nice. But definitely I see you coming out on top of that. And kind of shining through your skills as well. Pile number 3, you have the 5 of Pentacles. This is bringing you a new perspective on things. It's asking you to be more aware of what you have around you and in you, and get out of that lack mentality. So definitely letting go of perhaps a feeling of being ungrateful or not doing enough, not giving enough. There is this not enough kind of vibe to it. And so this last quarter moon is asking you to take a look at that feeling, where it comes from, and ask yourself what you can do about it to change that. Change the game is what I heard. Change the game, up level. So, my dudes, this is the end of Astro Week, episode 14. Thank you for sticking with me. As usual, I will see you very soon. But in the meantime, remember, you are supported, you're protected, and you are divinely guided.